2016 was a big year for the pulse industry. The United Nations declared 2016 as the International Year of Pulses. I'm Madeline Goodwin, the coordinator for the International Year of Pulses here in Canada. The International Year of Pulses showed us how pulses can play a bigger role in all of our lives. At the United Nations launch of the International Year of Pulses, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon recognized the many health and nutritional benefits of pulses. He pointed to the International Year of Pulses as a chance to increase consumer knowledge of these benefits and consumption of pulses around the world. And that's exactly what we set out to do. Raising awareness of pulses was a major goal of the International Year of Pulses. But we didn't just want people to know about them. We wanted to ignite a passion for food that aligns with all the things consumers are looking for. Pulses are affordable. They're packed with nutrients. Pulses are good for your health, and they're good for the health of the environment. By creating this awareness, this knowledge and passion, we would show consumers how to easily incorporate pulses into their daily diets. With these goals in mind, let's look at some of what we have been able to achieve during 2016, the International Year of Pulses. It all began with Pulse Feast. On January 6th, 141 Pulse Feast events were held in 36 countries around the world. In Toronto's Financial District, Canada's premier event was the first step in raising awareness of what pulses are and why people should care about them. By the end of the night, Pulse Feast was one of the top 5 trending topics on Twitter in Canada. This event kicked off a year of making national connections and partnerships, spreading the Pulse message. Teaming up with Agriculture in the Classroom Canada brought pulses into the classrooms of 32,000 of tomorrow's consumers. Through lesson plans, interactive exhibits, and gardening programs, young students are building skills for life, learning which foods are good for their immediate and their long-term health. Creating awareness of pulses in an early age will grow into knowledge and passion, which will apply to their food choices as independent consumers. For today's millennial consumer, we launched the Pulse Pledge, a commitment to eat pulses at least once a week. This brought pulses into the minds and the pantries of over 45,000 Pulse pledgers. The initial introduction to pulses brought people in. What kept them there were the knowledge and resources that we shared, from recipes to fact sheets, from cooking tips to how-tos. People who took the Pulse Pledge learned right away that pulses are an affordable, healthy, nutritious, and sustainable food. We wanted the rest of Canada to know too. Pulses are good for overall human health and can reduce the risk of some chronic diseases. At the Indigenous Health Conference, the Food is Medicine initiative was unveiled, demonstrating to doctors and dietitians how eating pulses can help curb and manage certain chronic diseases. At several venues across Canada, people learned about pulses' positive contribution to the environment and to sustainable food production. An interactive museum exhibit, Pulses the Ideal Partner, showcased pulses as a low-carbon, water-efficient crop. And the Canadian media brought pulse nutrition to the forefront, reaching over 165 million people, with messages highlighting pulses' high protein and fiber content. Affordable nutrition is an issue for people all over the world, including here in Canada. Through a partnership with Community Food Centres Canada, we took steps to show how pulses can be used as part of an affordable and healthy diet. Community Food Centres Canada brings people together in communities across the country to build nutrition and cooking skills. Together, we developed training materials and recipes, and pulses became a staple of Community Food Centres Canada's programming, aligning with their vision of a Canada where everyone has the means and knowledge to access good, healthy food in a dignified way. At the Love Pulses Showcase, we had 7 teams from around the world create original pulse dishes. These teams unleashed their creativity and innovation and came up with 7 completely unique products. This competition put pulses on the map as a versatile ingredient. The International Year of Pulses was the beginning of something big, something that is important to all of us, the shift towards pulses, because the need for affordable food that is good for people and good for the planet will never change. This is the start of what will become a constant message, that pulses are the future of food.